What's the one thing that's going to make you happy?
Controlling others.
Controlling others. Power.
Yeah.
Ego.
In a world where perceptions are often clouded by misconceptions and half-truths, we embark on a journey to unravel some of life's most debated mysteries. Today, we're diving deep into 5 provocative topics that challenge our everyday beliefs and push the boundaries of conventional wisdom. First, we tackle the age-old adage, money doesn't buy happiness. Is this just a cliché, or is there a deeper truth hidden beneath the surface of these words? We'll explore the intricate relationship between wealth and well-being. Next, we shift our lens to the vision of money in today's context. In an era of unprecedented wealth and materialism, how has our understanding of money evolved, and what impact does it have on our lives and society? Then, we compare the concept of overcoming mediocrity. In a world that often celebrates the average, we delve into why aspiring for excellence is not just a choice, but a necessity for a life of fulfillment and success. Following that, we dare to question a sensitive subject, the reality of depression. Challenging traditional views, we'll explore alternative perspectives on this condition and discuss the best ways to navigate out of the shadows of despair. Finally, we turn the tables on stress. Often painted as the villain, we'll uncover why stress might actually be an advantage in disguise, a hidden ally in our quest for achievement and personal growth. Prepare to have your views challenged and your understanding deepened as we journey through these 5 compelling topics. Welcome to a world where the only constant is change, and the only truth is found in questioning what we think we know.
When I was saying during COVID about the Matrix, everyone called me crazy. And by the end of COVID, a lot of people were like, Andrew, you nailed it, day one. Because I don't think many people understand, because I wasn't nearly as famous then, but the videos exist on the internet. Me and my brother were the kings of COVID. Everyone else now understands it was garbage. Everyone else talks tough. Everyone else has their story about how they went out during
talk
COVID.
now.
But you're tough now. On day one of COVID, day one, when they still had the people falling over in the street in China.
Yeah, what was that? That video?
Yeah.
They're just running in the street and dropping dead?
Yep. When the Italian hospital was overrun, day one, my brother and I sat down and had a conversation in our war room, our cigar lounge, which looks very similar to this. And we sit down and said, if this disease will kill people like you and I, military-aged males, then the world is over. It's zombie apocalypse. So what are we going to do? And we sat there and decided whether we should hide as long as possible or we should just go out all guns blazing. So we decided to go out all guns blazing like heroes. This is all documented, it's on video. And day one of COVID, when everyone else was afraid, we flew to Sweden because it was the only open country. And we spent the next 4 months.
Ironic.
Yeah.
Because who lives in Sweden?
Very strange. We spent the next 4 months in Stockholm, in 6 nights a week in nightclubs with Swedish chicks, partying while the rest of the world was locked in their house.
Andrew Tate's view on money as a tool of control opens our eyes to a critical aspect of our modern lives. It's an invitation to be more conscious about how we earn, spend, and think about money. This knowledge allows us to make choices that free us from the invisible shackles of financial control and lead us toward true financial freedom. But what does this mean, and why is it important to know? Tate talks about money as a tool of control. It's not just about purchasing power. Concerns the dynamics underlying power relations. When we talk about printing money, it is not simply a financial act but a move that affects the value of each individual's time and energy. Money represents the time and energy stored by others. It is a physical manifestation of work, dreams, and life spent. Why should we care about this prospect? Because it shapes our entire social structure. The way money is created and circulated has a direct impact on our freedom, choices, and quality of life. The truth in Tate's words is reflected in economic theories and historical models where the control of money has led to significant social changes and power imbalances. But now let's put it into practice. What to do? First, we need to educate ourselves about financial systems and the implications of monetary policies. Knowledge is power. Second, we must strive for financial independence in ways that don't enslave us to the system through smart investing, sustainable living, and understanding the true value of our time and work. Finally, we must support transparent and fair financial practices that serve the collective good, not just that of a powerful few.
It's always been about having good people around you. You want a beautiful, doting, loving woman who's obsessed with you. You want good brothers who will stand by you and make you motivated. You want bodyguards who are going to protect you. You want people. And then you want to look at it further down the rabbit hole. You want to get more sinister. If you've been born into a lineage or a dynasty or the people who control the world, you want robot people. You don't want to be spoken to disrespectfully. In your empire, in your podcast empire, right? You now have a podcast. Would you allow a member of staff to come along and say, this is bullshit, I don't like how you do this, is shit, you're shit? Or would you fire him?
I don't know if I would fire them. I would first try to teach them how to behave.
And if they didn't listen?
They're out.
Absolutely. So let's imagine you ran a country.
Okay.
All right. Let's imagine you ran the world. And then let's imagine there's this guy called Top G who sits down there because the most Googled man in the world for telling the world that COVID's a lie. And you're making everybody run around and do everything you say. You're going to allow that person to get away with it? And now you start to understand, that's how the Matrix operates. So the people who are broken, raised on money, are so obsessed with power and control, which explains a lot of the society we're in, because they don't look up to God. These people think they are God. So
that's the biggest fault.
And they're trying to make robots of us all. They're trying to enslave us.
Tate emphasizes the need to overcome mediocrity. In a world where being average is often the default, he urges us to break the mold. Becoming exceptional isn't just about achieving more. It means redefining our personal limits and potential. It's about transcending the ordinary in every aspect of our lives, whether it's career, passions, or personal growth. Why is this perspective crucial? Because settling for mediocrity leads to an unfulfilled life. Psychology and personal development studies consistently show that individuals who strive for excellence find greater satisfaction and happiness. Tate's statement rings true because it aligns with our innate desire to realize our full potential, not just to exist, but to truly live. So how do we apply this insight to our lives? Here are 2 key points. First point, setting higher standards for ourselves in everything we do. It's about pursuing our goals with passion and constant commitment. Second point, constantly learning and growing, pushing beyond our limits and accepting challenges, and ultimately finding joy in the journey to excellence, understanding that the path to becoming exceptional is as important as the destination itself. Andrew Tate's call to become exceptional is more than just advice. It's a roadmap to a more fulfilling life. It challenges us to look within and ask ourselves if we are truly giving our best to the world. It is an invitation to get out of the routine shadows of mediocrity.
And you have everything you've ever wanted ever. And money has absolutely no value at all. And a brand new Ferrari doesn't mean a thing. You could buy one every 10 minutes for the rest of your life. And money doesn't make you happy. What's the one thing that's going to make you happy?
Controlling others.
Controlling others. Power.
Yeah.
Ego. So then you sit there and start looking at things.
Because
and going,
games become real.
Absolutely. Yeah. So now you're like, okay, well, money doesn't satisfy me. What makes me feel important? Especially if you're going to add in. Let's add in another angle to it. Let's imagine you falsely believe, because it is falsely, that you're somehow genetically better than others. You're from this lineage. You're better than the other people. And the other people, the serfs and peasants, are struggling for money, and you have unlimited money because you're so smart and your family's always been so smart.
You'll have haughty eyes.
Yeah. So then you're going to sit there and go, well, why did they make people put on a mask when they walked in the restaurant and take the mask off to eat and then put it on to go to the toilet and then take it off to eat and then put it back on? Because I'll tell you why, because it's funny.
You think it's just because it's funny?
Because it's an ego, because it's ego.
Andrew Tate, a figure known for his controversial performances, sheds light on an age-old debate. Does money bring happiness? He states, money does not bring happiness. This statement is powerful and echoes the sentiments of philosophers and scholars throughout history. But why does this resonate with us? Let's look deeper. In the world of unlimited wealth, the intrinsic value of money diminishes. It is no longer about material goods or the luxury it can buy. Tate's perspective emphasizes a shift from financial wealth to the pursuit of power and ego. This shift highlights an essential human desire for something beyond materialism, a search for meaning, purpose, and a sense of fulfillment. But why is it important? Studies and real-life examples have repeatedly shown that beyond a certain point, additional wealth does not equal additional happiness. Tate's view is in line with this. The pursuit of wealth becomes a never-ending cycle, often leaving individuals with a sense of emptiness. Understanding this can be liberating and encourages us to look beyond money to find happiness and fulfillment. So how do we apply this insight? First, recognize that while money is necessary for comfort, it is not a solution to happiness. The goal is to focus on building relationships, pursuing passions, and personal growth. Cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment outside the realm of financial success. This balance is the key to a fulfilling life, a life where happiness is not measured by your bank account balance but by the richness of your experiences and relationships.
I think male depression can be fixed with respect.
I want to tap into depression. What's your thoughts on that?
I think that it's massively overdiagnosed. I say depression isn't real because I speak in absolutes. I think the idea of feeling depressed is real. I don't feel like it's a clinical disease that you catch from the sky and it can't be fixed. I feel like depression is feedback, pain is feedback, and your mind and body is telling you something must change. And if you make those changes, you will feel happier. I don't buy into the idea that it is a disease. I think it's situational, and you must change your situation and your actions and your decisions to feel better. And that's why I say it's not real. It's not a disease. When I say depression isn't real and it's situational and you have to change your situation to feel better, people often come back to me and say, well, what about celebrities? Because celebrities live perfect lives and they kill themselves. And I argue that with the exact point you made. Because a celebrity sits there, Robin Williams, I'm depressed. And instead of people sitting down with him and saying, Robin, listen.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You're as famous as you can get. You live the most privileged life you can live. You can have a 19-year-old girlfriend tomorrow. Let's find out what's making you sad. Let's go on safari. Let's see some tigers.
Or get rid of the shit that's making you depressed.
Completely.
Tate challenges conventional understanding of depression, suggesting that it is not just a clinical condition, but often a situational response. He proposes that our circumstances, more than anything else, dictate our mental state. This vision forces us to consider depression not just as a symptom to be treated, but as a natural reaction to our environment and our experiences. Why is this perspective important? It highlights the power of context and environment in shaping our mental health. It's a view supported by psychological research that highlights the significant impact of life events, social environment, and personal circumstances on mental well-being. By understanding depression through this lens, we recognize the complexity of human emotions and the need for holistic approaches to mental health. How can we act on Tate's insights? Recognizing the role of our situations in influencing our mental state. This awareness can allow us to make proactive changes in our lives. Second, by cultivating self-respect and a positive outlook, we can develop resilience against life's challenges. We must remember the importance of seeking support when needed, understanding that changing our situation or perspective is sometimes a collective effort. Andrew Tate's perspective on depression invites us to look beyond traditional narratives. It encourages us to consider how our circumstances, self-respect, and perspectives play a critical role in our mental health. This approach does not undermine the complexity of depression, but offers a broader and more compassionate understanding that could be the first step towards healing and empowerment. Second point, constantly learning and growing, pushing beyond our limits and accepting challenges, and ultimately finding joy in the journey to excellence, understanding that the path to becoming exceptional is as important as the destination itself.
I think in some ways it got worse because there's anxiety attached to my money, but the true happiness that I get from my money is the fact that I can give people I care about anything I want.
You could set them free.
I can set them free.
Yeah.
So I said this even to a girl I was dating. I said, you're happy all the time. And I love that because I'm stressed and I'm not complaining about being stressed. I think the masculine role is to wake up stressed. I wake up stressed. I wake up and I've got a bunch to do, a bunch of people to talk to, a bunch of money to make, etc. I'm stressed. I'm not miserable, but I'm certainly concerned all of the time. I'm focused all of the time. I'm always busy. I have a lot going on. I'm never relaxed. I'm never at peace. That's not who I am as a person.
Do you think people confuse stress with depression?
I think so, and I think that you're supposed to be stressed. I've had 87 professional fights. For about 3 of those fights, for some reason I wasn't nervous, and it really bothered me. So why am I not nervous? I like feeling nervous. I like being stressed. I fight better. I am happy that I go through all of this so I can make you happy.
Tate discusses the often overlooked positive aspects of stress. Contrary to popular belief, he suggests that stress isn't just a burden, it's a catalyst for motivation and achievement. He sees stress as a driving force, fueling his ambition and pushing him towards greater heights of success. It's a perspective that invites us to reconsider our relationship with stress and its potential to propel us forward. Why is this viewpoint significant? Scientific research supports the idea that a certain level of stress, known as eustress, can indeed be beneficial. It enhances our productivity and can be a critical factor in achieving our goals. Moreover, Tate's reflection on money and happiness adds another layer of depth. He acknowledges that wealth can bring joy, especially when it allows us to provide a fantastic life for our loved ones. This aligns with the understanding that happiness often comes from our ability to positively impact the lives of those around us. How can we put these insights into action? First, by embracing stress as a positive motivator rather than a negative force. It's about channeling the energy of stress into productive, goal-oriented actions. Second, by redefining our relationship with money. Recognize that true happiness from wealth comes when it's used to improve not just our own lives, but also the lives of those we care about. It's about finding a balance between personal success and communal well-being. Through Andrew Tate's lens, we gain a revolutionary perspective on stress and money. He challenges us to see stress as a tool for growth and to understand that the greatest joy of wealth comes from sharing its benefits.